How's it going, guys? As you know, today we are looking at North Carolina and their roster ahead of the 2025-26 season, continuing our tour around college basketball and hitting on as many of the programs as we can. And in a month or two, we'll come back once we have the official schedule, and I'll give you guys what I think the rotation is going to be for North Carolina, along with my projected win-loss record for this season. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, it really helps the algorithm. So North Carolina, they had kind of an up and down season last year, and by up and down, I mean it was pretty much down until it wasn't. Until the end of the season, they got going late. They started playing better basketball towards the end of the year. They had a tough loss, I will say, in the NCAA tournament to Mississippi, where they did what they'd done all year long, where they buried themselves early, and then it seemed like there was a chance they were going to, take the lead back late, but they just dug themselves too big of a hole, and it was kind of a perfect game to encompass the season, because there was just several times, really even at the start of the season. I remember the game with Kansas where they were down 20 points. I think it was like their second or third game of the season. They're down 20 points at halftime. They worked their way back. They took the lead with not too much time left in the second half, only to eventually lose by a little bit. And that was kind of the theme of the season for North Carolina. They had R.J. Davis come back for his fifth year. His numbers weren't quite as good as they were the year prior, and I think part of that was the team just didn't fit in as well around him. There's a lot of guards, a lot of guards. They had to play three guard lineups. Sometimes they would play Seth Trimble at the four. He had to do a lot where he was playing up a position or two, or you could argue three. They got good production from Van Allen Lubin, especially as the year went on. Ian Jackson had moments, but I thought kind of faded as the year went on, and Drake Powell got better as the year went on. Jalen Withers gave them good play, although, certainly we all remember what happened at the free throw line. And then, Jalen Washington, I think, didn't take the step forward. They didn't get the production in the front court that they really needed ultimately, which really hurt the team as a whole. They were undersized and, as a collective, not great three-point shooting team. But if we've learned anything from Coach Hubert Davis, he's got this oscillating, year, 1 year good, 1 year not as good. And so I would think this is going to be a really good year for North Carolina basketball. So with that being said, let's jump right into the current roster here for North Carolina. And it's having a little bit of difficulty getting this set up for you guys, but we're going to go in the order that I'm able to get it, which is in jersey number order. And the first player, and this was a big recruit to get, in my opinion, is Keon Evans. And the reason I say that is because I think he is a not directly, but he can give North Carolina some of what they lost in R.J. Davis. He comes over after spending 2 years at Colorado State, where he averaged 10.5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, but most importantly, 45% from three on 4.5 attempts. Just a tremendous shooting guard. He's going to start. He's going to give them tremendous spacing. He can make some plays. And like I said, the three-point shot is going to be really big for North Carolina. Zayden High is back on the roster. I am not going to address what happened with him last season. I will leave that for people who have a little bit more information. Don't want to speculate on that one. James Brown comes back after limited minutes, top 150 recruit last season. Derek Dixon is part of a couple of guys in this freshman class. He is a top 60 recruit according to 24/7 Sports. We've got Jaden Young coming in as a transfer from Virginia Tech. He averaged 8 points, and he shot 30% from three on about 5 attempts. I will say his freshman season, he did shoot better from three, but there were less attempts. So I do think his number will improve. I'm not sure how much playing time he's going to get. A lot of that will depend on how good these freshman guards are. And the next one, Dennis, I should say, combined him with Elijah Davis there, the son of Hubert, is a top 50 recruit. So there's going to be competition in these backup guard spots. Seth Trimble, we all know, he's just a tremendous player. High-level competitor, averaged around 11.5 points, 5 rebounds, 1.5 steals. The three-point shot started off looking better and then kind of faded as the year went on. I think that's going to be important for Trimble, not just for this North Carolina team, but for his ability to play at the next level. And then Caleb Wilson, top 10 recruit on 24/7 Sports. I think they had him at like number 8. But this guy is, I think, a tremendous player. One of the best players, one of the best recruits North Carolina has had in a long time, which is kind of crazy to me to say out loud because this used to be a team that was known for its NBA talent, or program, I should say. I think Caleb Wilson is going to have a really awesome freshman season. He's going to be probably the best player. I don't even know if that's fair. He's going to be the best player on this team. There's one guy who might be able to take that from him, but I think it's going to be Caleb Wilson. The outside shot's not there yet, but everything else is there. The rebounding, the defense, the playmaking, the ability to score inside, the ability to play in transition. He is going to be an awesome freshman and certainly in competition with Cameron Boozer at Duke for the ACC Freshman of the Year and potentially ACC Player of the Year. All right, let's keep going here with another set of players. We've got Jonathan Powell coming in from West Virginia. The wing averaged around 8 points per game. Do I have that right here? Yes, 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, 35% from 3 on about 5.5 attempts. So he's getting them up there. We'll see where the sophomore slides into this rotation. Henry Vesar, big get. The redshirt sophomore, 7-footer, can stretch the floor a little bit. 39% from 3 on 1.6 attempts last year at Arizona. He can also block shots, 1.6 blocks per game, and 5.5 rebounds to go along with 11 points. And those were his conference play stats, which I think is important for Vesar. He can also pass a little bit, around 1.5 assists as well, because he didn't start the year. His minutes increased as the year went on, so I didn't think it was fair to just take his full season stats. Jaron Stevenson, the Chapel Hill native, comes home to North Carolina after spending 2 seasons with Alabama. And I think that... Oh, one more guy I want to highlight here. 2 more guys. Sorry, 2 more guys I definitely want to highlight. So Luka Bogovic is the guy I was alluding to. I think has an outside chance of potentially being the best player on this team, but very outside chance. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying here. I just think when you look at his numbers, playing in a pro league, playing on a team like SC Derby, 15 points a game, but more importantly, 3.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 40% from 3 on 5.3 attempts. A tremendous shooter, an older player, even though he's a freshman. He's got a lot of professional experience. He's going to start for this North Carolina team. And along with Keon Evans and the spacing from Henry Vesar, this team all of a sudden, compared to the last couple of years, is a more well-balanced three-point shooting team. And then Ivan Matlikovic, I should say, late addition from High Point. Center, didn't play very much. I don't expect him to play very much, but will be an important practice player and maybe over time develops into a rotation player for North Carolina. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and yeah, we'll see you guys. We're going to be covering all things college basketball throughout the season and then some draft stuff as well. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. Until next time, peace.